And let's practice the more Kundalini type breathing. So reach your arms up. You can make a fist now or not. And as you exhale, you pull down through your nose. Only nose. Ten more. Last one. Breathing in and out. Notice the change in here. One more. Our theme is not old, is not new. We've had it before. You see persons and things not as they are, but as you are. So that's why we take this time to get ourselves in a right mindset and body set. Yeah. So I thought we'd start standing, if that's okay. You can do. Are you happy or sitting? Oh, we're going to stand. We're going to stand because I thought that was helpful. So we're doing some mobility. We'll start all mobility to start. Oh, Deb and Nancy, we're looking for a bolster, and if not, good bricks, like soft. You need a pillow on top of your bricks if it's too hard, and a span if need be. Okay. So while they're doing their thing, just shake the wrists, shake a little bit, just while everybody's coming in. Just shake a little. Okay. Then find yourself in a place that you can actually be soft, like a martial arts. This is a martial arts position. You have soft knees. We're going to start from the head to the toe. So let's take the head first down. Take it to the right, meaning ear to the shoulder, but you decide where. It might be on a diagonal. It might be flat. Breathe. And then when you're taking it back, again, find the spot that's for you. So the ribs don't open. Maybe you're just lifting the chin. You're not looking back. Your eyes are up about top of your head. Don't force it. Exhale, other side. Find your spot. Breathe. And then take it forward. Other way, going to the left. And this time take the right arm out to the side and reach. You might add the hand on the head. That's going to be up to you. And then for the front, I want you to reach the arms forward and look up, and now start to arch just from the neck. So you're really keeping the ribs down, shoulders forward, and just feel the front of the neck stretch. Drop the right hand, going to the other ear, arm goes out to the side, and you decide how high or how low. You can see there's a difference depending on what your needs are. Big breath in, big breath out. And back to the front. Arms go behind this time. So again, really feel the rounding. And then release. Shoulders are going forward and back. So you can even take your arms and fists forward and open. So nothing else is moving. It's just the top of the rib cage. No hips. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Two more. And then we're shrugging, and really do it with a sigh. Nose, mouth, nose. Two more. Last one. Now you decide your shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls. Take them what you want them to be. Same direction. 3 times. So again, remember, if our body mind is cranky, that's what we see. Other way, if I'm on speed dial, Steve, I'm looking at everything going quickly. If I'm paying close attention to what's going on in my internal world, I might be paying attention to someone else more curiously. And release. Hands on the thighs, lean forward. So we're just doing a cat-cow here. Round the upper back, exhale. Inhale, relax, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, chin down. Inhale. Exhale. Not so much the neck, because the neck moves quite a bit. Try to move the ribs and the shoulders. Round. 2 more. Last one. Come on up. And you're making circles with the ribs. So again, you can start from the side, front, side, back. Do 3 one way. So you try not to move the hips. And then you go the other way. So this is not a common movement, is it? This is the diversity. Hopefully I have a couple of new ones today, we'll see. Okay, hips are just going right and left, right and left, right. So I'm trying to go as high as I can with my hips. Really pull. So see my hands actually move up and down, up. Look at us. 3 more, 2, and 1. Release. Crazy, but we're going under. Under and release. Under and release. It's not so much back, but we don't do the under, most of us. 2, 1 more. And down. Good. Oh yeah, feet. Okay, so the feet, you may need to hold on to something. So know that. So we're gonna go up, bend, and down. Up on the toes, keep up on the toes, and then put them down. Again, up, bend, and down. Last one. Up, then we go the reverse. Bend and down. Now we do the reverse. You're down, lift up and straighten. Down, lift up and straighten. Ooh. Down, lift the heels and straighten. Me too, Maureen. Down, heels. Last one. Down, heels, and walk on the toes. Just feel like you're walking on the toes. Feel, feel, feel. You're up, up, up. And then walk on your heels. And if we had the ball, we would use the ball. I'm really going to encourage people who have tight hamstrings, tight hips, really keep a ball nearby. Really helpful. Tennis ball. Hands. Last ones. And then make a fist with your right, or just take the hand down and press. How many feel tight here?
Oh my, so tight.
Okay, practice. This is your daily. So important. And the other side. It just means, again, that possibly, because I know I had that, is we're using our hands too much, meaning fingers were gripping too much in that way. Nancy could tell you more, right, Nan? Let's go the other way. You decide how much you want to pull. And you can do it down here, right, Sarah? And Sarah, you're going to be really mindful, right? Obviously, you're going to do your own thing. Other side. Okay. So practice again, functionality. This is not yoga-ish. I want you to just touch your toes like so, or touch the floor, and come on up. So see how much you can actually get the fingertips on the ground, look up, and hold that position for a moment. 2 more. So you're looking up and butt is down. Look how down my butt is, everyone. Nice. 2 more. So here we get to use the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Last one. Hold it down here. Let the head go down. And start to straighten the legs. Wherever your hands are, don't worry. And then roll up whenever you're ready. This time you go down into a squat. So I'm going to practice going down in a squat with my feet together, toes out. I'm going to practice going all the way down. Maybe my heels come up. Kind of like that idea right now. Great. Now try to put your hands down in front. This is the beginning of crow. We're just putting some weight. So all you're going to do is maybe, I don't even have to put weight. Lift your belly up. So you're just lifting your hips and belly. Just lift your hips and belly up. Just getting the knees to work. One more. Exhale. And come down to hands and knees. So you know who you are. If you don't want to be hands and knees, you can be on your forearms. So I'm going to look and see that my index fingers are as wide as my shoulders. I'd like that today. And your knees are going to be under your hips. So check that out. Very often what we're noticing also is watch my hands, that they're way out here. This is not hands and knees out there. They need to be under the shoulders. That's really important. Okay, we're segmenting the cat-cow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together only and exhale, push them apart. Is that something we can all do? Squeeze.
Nope.
You feel like the wrinkles of your skin coming together. Exhale. And those of you who this is difficult, what a great opportunity.
What are we squeezing?
One more time. And now you're going to do the same with the hips, but again, you're going to stick your tail to the ceiling, and then you're going to take your tail between your legs. And again, release so nothing else changes, and just tailbone goes up and down. Actually think tailbone, because that's even deeper in. If I think my tailbone, I'm really articulating that pelvis. Two more. And last one. Okay, I'm going to take my right foot up to the ceiling, bend the knee. I'm going to cross it over to the other side, knee behind knee, sit back for a moment. Fingertips.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take back where I was, so come back onto knee, knee, and then straighten the top leg and look at the toe. So I turn and it's a twist. So you can be on your forearms here too. And then come back to hands and knees. So I lift my left foot up to the ceiling, knees bent. I cross that knee behind the other knee. I sit back in any way I can. Fingertips, breathe. You don't have to go all the way back. It's just getting that stretch. Can you relax your neck, some of you? And take a deep breath. So I'm going to come back with my hands and knees on the ground, but straighten that top leg so it's at a diagonal and turn my head to look at the foot. So I feel it along the diagonal line. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften the shoulders. Two more. Okay, we got one more before we go up. On your knees and come up to kneeling. We're practicing our cat-cow. So here first, I'd like you to try fingers up and see what that feels like. Ouch, right? That's a great stretch, or it's not possible, right? Good. Then if you can stay there, or probably just hold it with the fingers pointed down. And we're just going to try a little back bend. So I'm going to push my skin this way, right, Maureen? And I'm going to squeeze my shoulders, round them, and try to just get my head to put on a pillow behind. And then I'm going to try to get my upper back. And I'm using my tush a little bit to get that back bend. Breathe. And inhale, come on up. Walk the fingers out forward for a puppy pose. So you can keep the fingers on and just put the head down, or you could put the forearms down and stretch. Oh, did I lose you? There we go. Breathe. From here, take your left arm and scoop it underneath, threading the needle, and turn your head. So your choice from here, you can keep that top hand where it is or reach it to the ceiling. So reaching it to the ceiling puts more weight. So for some of you, that's not good, but it also adds more of a twist. So your choice. Big breath. Place the hand back on the ground. Unfurl. Go back to puppy. Take a moment. So my hips are over my knees, my toes are relaxed, and my fingers and arms are stretched as long as I can. Thread the needle with the other arm. So even just doing this and putting the palm down, that might be a stretch for you. And play with this, Sarah. Then maybe you want to turn the head for some of you. And maybe reach the arm up. Not required. So again, how are you in this stretch? We see the stretch how we are. Are we tense in the stretch? Are we breathing? Are we softening? It's not the stretch so much, it's how we approach it, right? And then come back to puppy. Last puppy. Let's come to our forearms and extend the right leg out to the side so the toes are pointed forward and feel the groin stretch. You can rock back and forth here. You can go on an angle here. Really play. You can bend the knee a little bit. Really see what you need to do. Ooh, bending the knee is interesting. So we're going into a kneeling half moon. You can go on your forearm if it's easier, or just forego the half moon, some of you. So we're just going to lift up, take the arm overhead, lift the leg, and then put the leg down and arm to the ceiling. Exhale, arm overhead, lift the leg, and back. One more time. So it's a teeter-totter. You can even look down at your hand. Put the foot down, and you're almost doing a wild thing. Rotate yourself around and open, 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 open. And then come back to hands in the front. Knee to knee. And if you need child's pose here, please go. Otherwise, we're going to the other side. So we'll take the foot out to the side. Yeah, and then I'm rocking. So what kind of rocking do I want to do? Do I want to be on my forearms? Do I want to bend the knee a little bit? Do I want to twist? Just see what gets your groin the most. Groin, inner thighs. And then we come up to a pseudo half moon. Hand is on the side. Again, your shoulder is over. And I'm just going to turn. And the arm goes over as the leg comes up. So I inhale. I should exhale, sorry, and inhale down. Exhale. And inhale down. Two more, take your time. Last one. The wild thing, kind of, maybe take the foot back behind you, maybe come up on your fingertips and open everything up. Open like you're going to do a back bend. Really open. Breathe. And coming back. So we're getting ready for our down dog. So I'll turn sideways. So you can come into your child's if you'd like to start there. And notice the feeling of the child. Is your belly up? We've learned this from our Pilates-esque work, that the low ribs pull down to the hips. The belly lifts up. Stretch your arms, and let's get to our preparation position. So come on up to a wide hands and knees, tuck the toes. I'm going to look again at my hands and see that they're wider. I just want you to be wider than maybe you normally. Then when I go up, I'm going to hover first. So I'm just going to hover knees up, and then I'm going to take my hips back, exhale, and then start to straighten the legs. So you're playing, right? And then you're going to walk, heel, one heel, then the other. Okay, crazy. Take your legs a little wider so you have a good base. You know, definitely as wider than your hips, Debbie, sorry. Take your right hand to your left shin if that's available to you. So you're working on one side. And then switch. So you're really trying to get a stable base. Let's do that one more time. You can reach whatever you can. Your knee. Relax the head. Last one. And then you walk your hands to your feet. You can dangle here. You can sway. You can bend your knees. Really give yourself some freedom. And then I'm going to roll myself up slowly. And stack. Take a moment. Okay, let's swing. Just swing, just to get some kinks out. Okay. So we're going to work on eagle because I think that also stretches and it's a little strength. If you feel you need the wall, you can, and we're going to do it separately. So let's do the right arm first, left arm. So modified eagle is like so. Modified eagle is this way. Full eagle is this way. So I simply want you to, with your legs, I don't care, just take a little round and lift up. I want you to just lift, lift, lift. And now pull the shoulder blades apart like you're putting your elbows on a table. So I'm putting my elbows on a table and I'm really pulling my shoulders apart. Look to the right and look to the left. Undo. I love when I don't remember. Now we go the other side. So you're either here or you're here.
Wait. What?
So just do this and you can see which side you're on. Okay, so the first thing is rounding a little bit. So it's the upper back, people. And inhale, elbows up. We're just doing a very different type of class in that we're stretching everything that we can. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Great, come down. And now we put it right and left. Sorry, turn right and left, I believe. I don't remember which one I did first. So you're checking to see your limitations, right? Where things are tight, where you're cranky. And then find a top shelf and put the elbows up on a top shelf, quite high. Breathe. Breathe. And undo. Okay, similar with the legs. So again, it's going to be the right's going to be over the left. And you can start here. If you're here, you definitely need something to hold on to. If you can't double wrap, hold on, because we're going to work here. I'd rather you hold on. And the trick with eagle is the bottom knee stays straight. That's the trick. It's not the top knee. The bottom knee stays straight. So just practice bending and straightening here. Breathe. Breathe. And then see if you can bend even deeper. Head's going down to the ground. You're looking down at the ground. Breathe, breathe. Get the hips even deeper and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, keep going. Can you go even further? And then come on up.
Alex, was your standing leg straight or bent?
Always bent. That's eagle pose.
Okay.
So again, eagle pose, let's see. So you wrap it over and you're always bending. So I'll go sideways, I apologize. So if you can't double wrap, it's pretty hard to balance going down. So I really suggest holding. And what I mean balance is that bottom knee has to stay straight. You don't want it to go in or out, okay? So I'll go sideways. So I'm here, and if I can't double wrap, I'm holding on. If I can double wrap, it's a lot easier. Squeeze the legs together and just hold that for a second to see how low you can go. And then I'm going to look 45 degrees down, hands on the hips or on the wall, and start to bend both knees and hips. So yes, both knees, but very much squeezing the legs. Really squeeze them together. And then come on up.
I feel like that
So we're
should
going to try to do them. How was that, or do you have questions?
yeah, it should be called flamingo, not eagle, right? See eagles together.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Okay, so we're going to do it against the wall. And you can do it with your back to the wall for stability, or you can try in the middle of the room. Okay, so here we go. We're going right over. So hold on. It's the left arm over the right and the right leg over the left. So if you cannot double wrap, definitely come to put your back on the wall. If you can't double wrap, it's really tough. It's going to be up to you. I just feel that. Double wrap, and here we go. We're going as low as we can go. Whee! Get your balance, find your gaze, breathe in and out. The bottom knee goes straight. Try not to let it bend right or left. Breathe.
That's what you mean by straight.
Yes.
I got confused.
I was like, how do we keep our legs straight?
I see what you meant. And slowly come up. Straight forward. Take a breath. So it's work, but it's a tension stretch is what we're looking at. So now it's the opposite. It's the right arm over the left and the left leg over the right. And again, find your focus, use your breath, and keep that bottom knee going forward as it bends. And you go as deep as is comfortable. Feel the tension and work with the breath. Blow it out. And slowly come on up. Well done, huh? Yeah, it's definitely. So let's work on our high lunge, and I'll go sideways. I'm going to lift my right leg. You can lift the arms and take it back. Heel is off the ground. Okay, let's do that a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and last one, exhale. Hold here, hands on the hips. Take your hips forward and just bend the back knee as you go down a little bit. You don't have to go all the way down. You're just stretching. My heel is up and I'm just feeling that. Hold the back leg straight if you can. Front knee is bent and we're going as high as we can with our arms. Breathe. Straighten the back leg even more, pushing the heel down. Straighten the front leg as you take your arms forward and sweep down behind you with your arms. Both legs don't have to be straight, but you're trying to straighten the front. Flat back. Breathe. Inhale, bend the front knee, sweep the arms forward. Back to a high lunge.
Oops.
Work on that balance, right? Exhale one more time. Swing forward, straighten the front leg. Try to push that back heel down. Do the best you can, or reach the head forward and less down, but more forward. And inhale, come back up. Staying here, knee goes to the ground. Tough one. So if you know it's tough, put your hand on your thigh and take yourself down if it's too tough. Great. So this is what I want to stretch. Notice my foot. Put the top of the foot down and push. Push the top of the foot down and you should feel a real opening there, yes?
Yes.
That's great. So keep that action as we lean to this side, whatever side that is. You can put your hand here Fine. Just lean, try to touch the ground. Try to touch the ground. Keep going. Come on. How are we doing there, Deb? I can see you.
Not close to the
Inhale, coming
ground.
up. And Debbie too. So now we open. So it's the book. So you open the side with the front knee, but the key about here is you want to take that hip forward. I need you to pull that hip back. So as you take the arm open, pull that same hip back and hold. Close the book, inhale, keep the hip back. Exhale, open and pull that hip back as you look at your thumb. Turn the head even more if you can. Exhale back. Last one, inhale, open. Push your big toe down, pull that hip back, and press down with both feet. Ooh, take your arms up to the ceiling, inhale. Interlace, reverse the interlace, and tuck underneath. And some of you will try to come up off that back foot. You may not get there. Not everybody, just some of you will try to push off that back foot, which is tough.
You mean leaving
Otherwise, you won't get off the ground. Don't get off the ground, just pretend. One more time. And release. Okay, we're coming back up. So you decide how you want to come back up, okay? So you can gracefully do it the way you want, or you can just come up this way and slide. Wiggle, wiggle, give me some shimmies, people. Do some little dancing, kicking, whatever works for you. Shall we try the other side? So again, it's up and swing back. So this is stretching strength. Can you feel that? You are stretching, but you're using a lot of tension with it. Last one. Hold. So what am I doing? I'm trying to find stability here. My heel is up. Then I'm going to get it such that I can actually put that back heel down and watch this action. This here I want to tuck under. Yeah. So I'm simply going to put the back heel down. Oh, arms are up. Arms are up. Back heel is down as much as you can as you straighten the front leg and lean forward and swing the arms back. Breathe. Coming through, inhale, bend the front knee. Back heel can come up, tuck underneath. And again. Balancing, so you really spread your toes, get as much base as you can. Remember, that's foundation, is base. And then slowly come on up. And really stretch here. I don't believe we opened the book here. That's a more advanced kind of thing. So we're going to go down, as I recall. So slowly just come down and up first, just so you can get that action. Some of us, the toes, you feel it here. As I've said, working with older people, I'm learning, wow, the toes are not bending. And now take ourselves down. So either hands on the thigh, use a chair, or to come down any way that works for you. Yep, it's not easy. So from here, that back foot puts down, and you push down on the back foot, and you notice, wow, all the stability here, and you feel a stretch here for some of you. Yes. So just reach the arms up and see what that feels like. Okay, we open the book, hands come in front, and I'm retracting my shoulders, right? And as this goes back, this hip goes back. So pull the hip back and close. Inhale, keep the hip back. Exhale. Can you see your thumb? Look all the way back. You can do this against the wall too with your opening to the wall. Exhale. It's a version of opening the book, yeah? And last one. I love it because it gets your neck as well. Hold this one for a breath or two. And back. Arms up. Interlace. Try to find the reverse interlace, the one you didn't do before. And tuck the pelvis under, that tailbone. Pull it under as you lift up. Great. Stretching again, right there. Okay, again, you're going to figure out how you're coming up. So you're either going to keep your hands there. Oh, sorry, hold on. You're going to practice, push and down. But it may not work. You may just be like, ugh, I can't go, ugh, and that's okay. One more. And come up in any way that works for you. And I think that was enough on the legs, yeah?
Wow.
Turn the legs in, toes in quite a bit. Quite a bit. And you can soften the knees, I'm fine with that. So let's actually go to the right. This is the right. Go to the right. And then come around the front. Hang in the front. Go around to the left. And to the front. Fingers down on the ground like a wide down dog. So walk those fingers out. You can even walk your feet out even more. Take a really, and press the buttocks back. Lengthen your ribs. Let your head relax. You can also put your hands under your shoulders. You can grab your calves. Find what is comfortable for you. If you grab your calves, you can let your spine stretch. And in your mind, some of us, it's the hamstrings, but the spine, really imagine that you're opening your facets in your spinal column, the space between those bones. Hands on the floor, heel toe, and come to the ground. Practice with our feet, so tuck them underneath and see how it feels to sit back. Not so easy. A pillow might work, or a brick. If it's too much, you just put a brick here. Something to practice. So my toes are tucked under this time. So this is a version, of seated hero. They call it something different.
Oh.
Okay, now you're going to sit with your feet on top of each other. So they're going to be like this. Turn them in. So this is much more of an Asian way of sitting, where you're cradling and preparing for a little lap. And again, if you need something, use a blanket, pillow, or a brick. Can you even use a brick? Debbie, I don't know how comfortable or horrible it is.
Really?
Not really, I know. So you have to come up with your hands and just hang. You would need a big couple of bolsters.
Right.
Okay, so here's your choice. Some of us are going to sit on a brick and hero type. Some of us are going to sit cross-legged, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to do some upper body. And Sarah, you're going to have to work with me. Okay. Grab your strap or grab a band. For those who have tight shoulders, a band's probably even better. How did I get in the sun? Okay.
It shifted.
There we go. Okay. So again, if you're not used to sitting in these kinds of positions, I would suggest trying that sometimes during the day. So let's, without the strap, reach up with the right, bend, and just grab the elbow. This is a half cow face. So it's very useful. Now let's check. Okay, so I know my ribs, they should be up, but they're a little too forward. So I have to relax the ribs down, relax my low back. Then I have to maybe turn my head to get my neck relaxed. And now I can really work on the shoulder. What I'm just trying to say is relax everything else so it's just shoulder. And that's great, Debbie. So you can be here and just try to drop it behind you. Just try to, don't even have to pull. Just practice doing this. Drop it behind And you can even hold it here, drop it behind. Good. Opposite hand, you're going to practice deep diving, elbow down and go underneath. Deep diving. So you don't even have to hold it. You can just practice if you want. Just deep diving. That's internal rotation. Or if you'd like to hold it, you hold it, find your spot, and then again, this shoulder, you roll back, and I'm going to practice taking my hand off. Maybe I do it manually, and that's passive, or I practice doing it active. And then undo. Now we're going to go for the full pose with a strap. So for me, I'm going to make a loop. You don't have to. That's about what I can use. And I'm going to grab the loop with my hand. I'm using the not the same arm as you, I don't think, because I was mirroring. And then I would look for the loop.
Do we use the same hand?
Yes, the same hand. So I'm just showing you how this would look. You would look for the loop to try to work here. So I'm just giving a loose example. I can tighten it, but I'm just showing you. And you're going to hang out here. What I don't want is for you to be strained. I want it to be something fairly comfortable when you get there and you're working that pose. Okay, if you can grab your fingers and it's not strained, great, go ahead and do that. Or you could grab the rope like so. This is fine.
I have to go park the car. Bye.
Okay, girlfriend, bye.
Sorry. Bye.
Soften. And release. Other arm, up, touch the back. So it's a half cow face and pull. Notice the ribs, soften them, soften the low back, the belly. Shake your head so that it's not being pulled forward. And breathe. Big breath. And release. Practice the other arm. So the other arm comes under and back. You can just swing it if you'd like, if that's better for you, or place it on the back. Roll this shoulder back and practice maybe with the other hand, taking it off the back, or just practice without. It's funny how tight one of them is, yeah? And then hold everything and just take a moment. And release. Okay, let's go for the full pose. So again, your choice could be to hold it this way or to hold it in a loop. Arm is up. This is correct. Grab on. So there's two ways of doing this. This could be a forward bend, because some of us, you can do this pose in a forward bend when you do the full cow pace, or you can open your back. So there's two ways of doing it. It's really a shoulder opener, so it feels like a back bend. And release. Come on off your bolster, I mean, whatever you have. Straighten your legs. Shake them out. And let's point and flex. And circle outward. Circle inward. Great. Draw your right knee in and then stretch it out to the side. So now you have one forward and one out to the side, yeah? So I'd like you to stay with the leg that's forward and reach. It gives you a different way to bend forward. Press down with your calf into the floor. And imagine you have a big beach ball under your belly and your chest. Round yourself over that beach ball. And release. Legs together. And again, bend the left. Take it out to the side. Reach for the front. Again, wherever you can. If you need a strap, use a strap. I'm happy to use a strap. Just like so, and round over the beach ball. Gives you a little bit of freedom. And instead of bending the knee, we just keep it straight. And slowly come on up. Bring the legs together. And now we bring them apart. So I'm going to bring both knees in, open them, hands behind, point the toes, and I'm going to roll the legs in and roll them out. Roll them in and roll them out. So my toes go forward, toes go back, toes go forward and back. Right, good indication, Nancy Nancy R. I can really see what's not moving. So here I'd like you to reach over to the left side and reach the right arm up. You can take your strap, loop it around the foot, and hold it. So if you'd like, this gives you an extra pull, or you can just keep yourself over. So it's nice to just play. You can take it right behind you, above you. Just allow yourself to feel. And slowly come up. And other side. Again, using the strap or not. And again, if this, you'll have to play to decide how far your arm goes over. Right? It may want to bend toward it. You may want to stretch the arm. Soften the shoulder. And slowly come on up. Okay, let's see if we can bend the right knee in. Cross the one over. Ardha Matsyendrasana twist. So if this doesn't work, you can just put the foot on top of the knees. That's fine too. Otherwise, try to be here. Can't always see well because some of you are dark or, so do the best you can. So from here, instead of grabbing it with the elbow, I'd like you to just grab it with the hand. So how many are uncomfortable just here, just in the hips? Can you feel it in the hips here? Okay. So this is great. Just sitting like this is great. So first, let's just come forward. Trying to keep that front foot on the ground, the full foot. Then come on up, hold the knee with the hand, and just open the book with the other. You can even, as I said, take your strap, loop it around the knee. You would put it under the knee, and you can pull back. So this is another way if you need that extra stretch. You would usually put it underneath, like so it's more anchored. Or you let go and you just reach. Then place the hand behind the head and pull the elbow to the ceiling. So you're bending, bending, bending. Release the arm back to the open book. And take your right arm or the front arm and try to reach the back arm. Reach, reach, reach. And come on back. Counter twist. And other side. So the left bends under, the right is over. And if you want to add the strap, you would put it underneath the foot here. I use a loop or just, you know, something like that if you want to use the strap. So first just see, oh, this is not my favorite position. I might need to practice this more often. Or I might need to modify. I might need to put the foot on top of the thigh or put it here. You know, find something that you can actually work with. Bend forward. And then let's open the book, hand on the knee. Whether you're using the strap to pull, or you're just twisting yourself, hand on the floor or hand open. Hand can be, again, doesn't have to touch the floor, or you can put the hand on the floor. It's really up to you. Because we all have different sticky points. And slowly undo. Okay. I think this one we're doing, make sure you have room on your mat or in your room. So this one we're doing a 90-90 this way. So my right one is bent forward. And I'm simply, this is the shape. So the shape is here, and I'm going to go against this shape, just this front shape, and try to lie on the ground with my forearms. And then I'm going to try to straighten that bottom leg. So this is the twist here. It's a little bit different than what we're used to, but you're getting a hip and a waist stretch. So we got that. So the front knee is a 90-90. And then if you can, you straighten it into 180, and the hip, the foot is in line with the hip if you can. You can lay down your entire chest, some of you, and your head. You can open your arms. You can take your hands in a diagonal, whatever gives you the most empowerment here to let go and feel the stretch. The bottom leg can be straight or bent at this juncture. It's probably safer to be bent, and probably could have it under a brick underneath, but that's okay. And Anna Marie might say that extended leg, you bend and stretch it to do a little flossing, but that's up to you. Slowly push on your elbows. And I want you to get as far around yourself as you can. So go to your back, go toward your back a little bit more, and then come on up. Bend the front knee and switch. It's a nice one, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we just added a little piece. So how do you get into the next side? So you're sort of at an angle. This knee is in front of you first, right? Then you twist against that. So I'm really feeling this hip's going to be on the ground, and see if you can find the ground with your elbows. And this might be your pose right here. If you'd like that extra outer thigh, you straighten the leg and try to put your pinky toe and the outer heel on the ground. And you hang out, and then possibly the next level is you straighten your body so that you can reach the ground, maybe. But you have to watch out for the shoulders. You know, you're using too much of your shoulders. Can you actually let go of the arms, put your breasts on the ground, and spread your arms? You can even try that. May not get there. It's a different kind of opening. Less so in the hip, it feels. You can try flossing the leg if you need that. And careful it's not too much of a twist for some of you. And then come on up. And let's find our bolster or blocks. So here's what it's going to look like with a bolster, and then I'll show you with blocks. And use a strap if need be, keep it close by. So with the bolster, I'm asking you to just, it's not technically correct. I'm asking you to just have your Your bottom ribs are almost at the bottom of the bolster. So what I want is, I don't want this. You see how I've opened my ribs? That's a classic yoga. And we don't want to do that. That's too much pressure. We want to take the ribs down, keep this, and now open. So those of you with bricks, I'll show you in a second. So it's less quote unquote relaxing for some of you who are used to that back bend. So if I'm using a brick, I take a shorter brick, or lower brick, I hope, and I put it, say the bottom of the brick at my bra strap and the other brick for my head. So you'll need one for your head. And then you look up at your feet, and then you take the low ribs down before you go, and you keep the low ribs down as you lay your head. And you may need to take the head up a little higher, but you're trying to get your big stretch in the upper part of the back. And for Sarah, you may need to just not think about doing the arms, but actually just think about doing a back bend with the upper back. Can you all feel this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, if you're looking for a bit more relaxation, you can grab the elbows and rest the forearms, for example, on your forehead. But you're still holding those ribs tight and straightening your legs. You can get a practice, maybe opening and putting the head on the ground if your brick is low enough. For the bolster, you'll find some comfort somewhere. And slowly release the arms. Cradle your head if need be, and come on up. Take the bolster or take your brick, because most of you seem to have bricks, and put them underneath your hips. I'm going to put it underneath my entire bum, not my pelvis, my entire bum. And take your right knee into the chest and your left leg down. So you're going to grab your big toe, your ankle, your calf, and you're going to go diagonal. So this is Supta Pada Vistasana diagonal. So I'm just going to take the leg and practice. It may not go straight. So maybe it's bent and I bend it more and I straighten. So I do a flossing. So you can do this and just floss. Or you can grab, maybe for you, could be behind the calf and just hold behind the calf. Bend the knee, take it, again, diagonally across the body, trying to keep both cheeks down. Try to keep both cheeks down, which is the tough part. And then knee into the chest, hold behind the thigh, close to the buttocks, and straighten the legs. Both legs point the toes very strongly. Walk the hands up if it's comfortable, and pulling the leg in a little bit more. Walk the hands a little bit higher if that works for you. Your choice. You're going higher and higher, trying to keep the other leg down if you can. On a bolster, it's much harder. Now you're going to lift your torso up a little bit, pull the leg toward you. Walk up higher if you can. And release. Other leg comes in. If you don't want the bolster or the brick underneath you, if that's too much on the back, take it out. Please do what's right for you. So hold underneath the knee. Breathe. So you can stay here if that's a happy place, or you can work on that diagonal. So I'm going to grab either my big toe, my ankle, my calf, and I'm going to practice straightening the knee on the diagonal. So it may not go. I bend it again, do it a few times. The reason you're doing this is not to hit the stretch reflex. You want it to be able to, like a rubber band, you don't want it to bounce back. You want it to just open a little. This is how you would work a rubber band, right? This is the fascia. One more time. Hold. Pull the knee into the chest. Interlace close to the buttocks, and then straighten the leg. Both legs and point, both feet. Again, lose the brick or the bolster if you want. Take the hands higher up and press away, and then pull the legs in slightly. Deep breath, nose. Going a little higher up with the hands. Again, press away and then pull. And finally, lift the torso up, pull the leg to you. Breathe. And slowly pull that in. I'm going to lose a brick. If you have a bolster, you can keep it. Happy baby. Both feet, grab them and lift them up. Stretch them out to the side. Stretching. They can go overhead if you'd like to, because if you're on a bolster, they go overhead. Try to straighten your legs if you can. Breathe. This is safer because you're on your back. And you can hold your ankles, hold whatever works for you. And then let's try to take plow pose for many of you. At the wall with your feet if you need. If you need a bolster to put it on. If plow doesn't work, just do legs up the wall. Okay? So I'll show with a bolster how I can make my plow safe for my neck. So Maureen, just giving you an example with some kind of support. You can use cushions from a couch. So for example, I support my bum. I support my shoulders. And I don't even have to go all the way. So my neck is totally supported here. So if you have a bolster, this is a safe way to do your plow. Whatever you're doing, you're finding a resting position and a way for you to have an inversion. Some of us need more of a stretch, so the plow gives you that stretch. Where is your attention? Put it in your body. Collaboration, compassion, awareness.
No?
If you'd like to take your relaxation pose now, you can, or stay where you are, your choice. You can also take a seated pose. So find your final position and let go completely. So I've chosen a different position today too, and you just need to know, I want us to listen to our body and find things that are comfortable. To let the low back release, the mid back, upper back. Let go of the shoulders and the legs. Invite a stillness. And rest in that stillness. If there's somewhere in the body that you haven't let go, invite that opening, softening. And the same with your emotions and your mind. Take a longer inhale, hands on your body. Remembering how we are is how the world is. So we can take a moment like this to reset ourselves. Whether you're here or you want to sit up, we'll do one Om. Inhale. Om.